I'm feeling low.
What is up, my lemon drops, and welcome back to the Lemonade Stand, or welcome if you're new. My name is Brianna. I am a certified personal trainer, a big, huge biology nerd, and a registered dietitian to be. Today we've got another episode of what I am just now realizing has become a series on my channel. Fact or fiction? Today's edition is about cheat meal blockers, or cheat meal undoers as I like to call them. Yes, you heard that right. I'll explain all about it after I'm done with the intro. Before we proceed, if you love science-based health, wellness, and fitness education with some lulz and some dry sarcasm along the way, hit that subscribe button and join the Lemonade Stand. We would really appreciate it over here. Alright, without anything further, let's make lemonade. So we've got to start here. What are cheat meal blockers or cheat meal undoers? In recent years, we have seen hundreds, thousands, dare I say even millions of weight loss products marketed to us. Weight loss is a common goal for many of us, but unfortunately, a lot of people also don't want to put in the amount of difficult work it does take to achieve healthy, sustainable weight loss. Most people, unfortunately, want some kind of quick fix that's easy where they have to do minimal work. Products and programs purported to promote weight loss come from the weight loss companies that we've all heard of even growing up. Your Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, South Beach Diet. And then you have social media trends and then multi-level marketing companies coming in and distributing and promoting shakes, pills, and things that promote weight loss in some kind of way. But recently, something that I call cheat meal undoers has come across my radar. Admittedly, I've not heard of them actually being called cheat meal undoers. I've heard them advertised as carb or fat blockers, cheat meal blockers, or just a post-cheat meal supplement. But for the sake of my video, we're going to call them cheat meal undoers. Is there too much of a glare coming from my glasses? I mean, I could take them off. I'm really just wearing them for show. I mean, it's not totally for show. They are prescription. I took out my contacts, so I need them to see, but I guess I don't need them to film this video. If you clicked on the thumbnail expecting me to be wearing glasses through this video, I'm really sorry I clickbaited you. As far as a concrete definition of what a cheat meal blocker is, I really couldn't find one, so based on my own research, I sort of had to come up with one on my own. And basically, I would just call it a supplement that is purported to undo or block the effects of a high carb, high fat, high calorie cheat meal. I don't like to use the word cheat, but we'll get into that later. So what do cheat meal undoers do? In essence, cheat meal blockers basically promise to undo the damage done to your body by your cheat meal. And they do this through reducing the amount of carbs, fats, or calories that your body can absorb. The basis of products like this seems to be basically like, you eat a high carb, high fat, high calorie cheat meal. You take one of these fancy products, it then blocks the carb or fat or calorie, whatever the product promises. And then bam, that double bacon cheeseburger and those 2 beers never happened. Right off the bat, it sounds like pseudoscience, but there actually is some scientific research to support the idea of certain components of certain foods reducing the absorption of certain macronutrients like carbs. And we're going to talk about that right now. So how do these cheat meal blocker or undoer supplements work? To dive into how these things work, allegedly, we need to get a feel for the ingredients. Obviously, I'm not going to be reviewing every single carb blocker, cheat meal blocker, whatever supplement out there on the market. But for my research, I looked over a few. I decided I want to look through 10 and figure out and see if I could find a common ingredient that I saw among all of them. I kicked off my research with a product that really started this whole thing in my head. It's called Treat Meal, and it is distributed by the multi-level marketing company Thrive by Lavelle. I don't know. No one knows how to say it. As I've said before, Deanna Mims told me about this product, and she introduced me to this dark corner of this dietary supplement market. The ingredients of Thrive's product are interesting, so we're going to talk about them a little bit more in a minute. But for now, let's talk about a couple others. I found quite a few products offered from Amazon through GNC, and there's even one distributed by the multi-level marketing company Amway, which is like the granddaddy of all MLMs. Amway's carb blocking product is called Nutrilite Carb Blocker. So after looking through several of these cheat meal blockers, carb blockers, whatever you want to call them, I found one common denominator in all of them. The one ingredient that was most frequent in all of them was white kidney bean extract. Scientific name, Phaseolus vulgaris, which I personally think sounds like the name of a gross infection. Now, touching back on Thrive's product called Treat Meal. Like the other ones I looked at, it also promises to block carbs, but unlike the other ones, it also promised to block fats as well. As usual, these statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. None of them have, because, this is a dietary supplement, and dietary supplements do not need FDA approval before they're distributed. So, let's talk about the ingredients of Thrive's product. The key players are their carb blocker blend, which contains white kidney bean extract and also cinnamon bark extract as well. I saw cinnamon in a couple of the other products I looked at, but it was really just here and there. I think it was maybe in just 1 or 2, maybe 3. It wasn't as prevalent as the white kidney bean extract. Then they have a proprietary fat blocker blend, which includes prickly pear extract, okra extract, and moench synonym, which is hibiscus, inulin, citric acid, and psyllium husk. The key players in the fat blocker blend is a prickly pear extract, which I actually talked about in my most recent Science with Brie video, which I will link below if you're interested. When I was doing research for that video, I actually found one study published by the National Institute of Health that concluded that prickly pear extract increased fecal fat excretion in adults. Excretion meaning you poop it out more, meaning your body is actually absorbing less. It was a dated study, but I still thought it was relevant to mention, so I talked about it a little bit in that video. So as far as the prickly pear being a fat blocker blend, there is some literature to support that. We can't ignore that. One thing that I do want to mention, in the Thrive product, they do have what they call a digestion support blend, which we're not going to get into for this video, but I just wanted to bring it up because I noticed something that was interesting. One ingredient of their digestion support blend is senna leaf extract. Senna leaf extract is actually an herb that is FDA approved as a laxative. So their digestion support blend has a laxative in it. So anyway, I mentioned before that the most common ingredient I have found in among most of these carb blocker blends that I've looked at is white kidney bean extract. So let's chat about it. I gotta be honest, I had a hard time finding exactly what white kidney bean extract is. For my typical go-to reputable sources like MayoClinic.org, the CDC, World Health Organization, NIH.gov. So I kind of had to settle for WebMD, which I guess isn't a bad source, but you guys know I value my scientific sources and my not just scientific sources, but reputable sources. I wasn't looking for a specific study or anything just yet. I just wanted to know what white kidney bean extract was. So I figured WebMD would be good for that. Anyway, according to WebMD, Phaseolus vulgaris is a bean plant. Various types of dry beans are produced from this plant, including kidney beans, black beans, pinto beans, navy beans, and many others. Some types of these dry beans or the remaining husk can be used to make a extract, quote unquote. This extract is used as medicine. Phaseolus vulgaris is most commonly taken by mouth for weight loss and obesity. It is also commonly taken for diabetes, but there is limited scientific evidence to support this use. Under the How Does It Work heading, Phaseolus vulgaris beans and bean pods are a source of dietary fiber. Fiber might help prevent cholesterol absorption and increase the elimination of fat from the diet, meaning you poop more out, meaning your body is not absorbing as much. Products containing Phaseolus vulgaris bean extracts often claim to be starch blockers. Promoters offer this as a rationale for using their products for weight loss. Some research shows that these products can decrease the absorption of starch. However, other research shows that these products do not decrease starch absorption. Okay, so looks like we're split right down the middle. So is there any science to support this? I found one of actually quite a few articles published to the National Institute of Health. This one, that intrigued me with the title, is called It's No Has Been, a review of the effects of white kidney bean extract on body composition and metabolic health. This is a recent article. It was published to NIH.gov just in May in 2020. We're going to look over the abstract of the study, which, remember, whenever you're looking at a study, like for research or whatever, the abstract basically summarizes the entire study without you having to read 17 pages. The abstract reads, "The rising prevalence of overweight and obesity is a global concern, increasing the risk of numerous non-communicable diseases and reducing quality of life. A healthy diet and exercise remain the cornerstone treatments for obesity. However, adherence rates can be low and the effectiveness of these interventions is often less than anticipated due to compensatory changes in other aspects of the energy balance equation. Whilst some alternative weight loss therapies are available, these strategies are often associated with side effects and are expensive. An alternative or adjunct to traditional weight loss approaches may be the use of bioactive compounds extracted from food sources, which can be incorporated into habitual diet with a low cost and minimal burden. One product which has attracted attention in this regard is white kidney bean extract, which has been suggested to inhibit the enzyme alpha amylase, limiting carbohydrate digestion and absorption with small but potentially meaningful attendant beneficial effects on body weight and metabolic health. In this review, drawing evidence from both human and animal studies, we discuss the current evidence around the effects of WKBE on body composition and metabolic health. In addition, we discuss evidence on the safety of this supplement and explore potential directions for future research." Skipping down to the conclusion of the study. The evidence presented in this review indicates that WKBE aids weight loss, inducing small, average 2.6 kilograms, but potentially meaningful reductions in body weight in humans on a short to medium term basis, 28 to 84 days, compared with the placebo, particularly when consumed along a high carbohydrate diet. That's interesting. Moving forward, longer duration RCT is randomized control trial. It's a type of research study. Would be useful to help establish whether similar or greater effects are apparent with more protracted supplementation periods. The potential to combine WKBE with other bioactive food extracts has received only a small amount of attention to date. And see, for example, blah, blah, blah. In future studies may wish to explore the potential additive effects of WKBE alongside other bioactive compounds, such as those which may inhibit the activity of lipase to simultaneously attenuate fat digestion and absorption. Later stated in the conclusion, the effects of WKBE on blood glucose concentration and metabolic control warrants further investigation given the possible role this bioactive food extract could play in the prevention or management of diabetes and related conditions such as CVD, cardiovascular disease. And this article is far from the only one I found on this topic. I came across several published to NIH alone, diving into the effects of controlled studies involving white kidney bean extract and its starch inhibitory effects on weight loss. So with this information in mind, it seems that even though this product is ridiculous, in my opinion, and I hate everything about it, it does have some scientific basis to it, which I can't lie, I'm mildly fascinated by. What are my own personal thoughts and conclusions about products like these? It is my opinion that products like this that promise to undo or block your cheat meal, whether they're effective or not, are a great way to induce disordered eating patterns. We discussed disordered eating versus eating disorders in a video from a couple weeks ago, but to recap, here are a few examples that I will put on screen. What you're looking at right now on screen is directly from eatright.org, and this list will be linked below. One example that they have listed is feelings of guilt and shame associated with eating. They say that that can be considered disordered eating. Now, why would somebody take a product like Thrive's treat meal blocker after enjoying pizza and ice cream if they didn't feel guilt or shame about eating it? The impetus of products like these are to encourage people to block, to undo the large carb-heavy or fat-heavy meal that they just ate. So my assumption is that the person who is seeking a supplement like this feels some degree of guilt or shame for eating the food that they just ate. This meets the criteria for disordered eating according to eatright.org's list. I enjoy pizza, burgers, loaded mashed potatoes sometimes, fudge-covered Oreos. When I am enjoying supplements like this, I'm not thinking about, oh man, I have to block this. Because I know that eating foods like this in moderation is perfectly okay and it's not going to hurt me or hinder my progress. I do not feel guilty for eating a cheeseburger and a big pile of fries occasionally because it's just food. And I know that eating these foods, yes, they're high in carbs and fat and calories. It's not going to ruin all my progress because I have a healthy sense of moderation and I understand understand that all foods fit. And I hope you understand that too. I have concerns for people who rely on products like this. I firmly believe that it's disordered, and I think that the market for products like this is definitely pushing disordered eating tendencies. Also, guys, don't forget... Ooh, I gotta get my other pen. I'm gonna get my diamond pen. Also, guys, don't forget, dietary supplements are not FDA approved and they are not regulated as drugs. They are regulated as food, meaning that they don't have to go through the testing and trials and everything that actual drugs, like over-the-counter or prescription drugs, have to go through before they're approved for the public. Even though I did find quite a few studies that demonstrate that white kidney bean extract may actually play a role in blocking carb absorption, these are studies on the white kidney bean plant alone and not supplements as a whole. They're not studies on specific supplements. The Amway carb blocker product, Nutrilite Carb Blocker, did not have to be extensively tested by the FDA or anyone really before it was released and distributed to the public at mass scale. Furthermore, because dietary supplements are not FDA regulated as drugs, concrete quantities and dosages can't be established because they haven't been extensively studied. Therefore, how can you even know how much of any of these supplements that you're taking is even doing anything? Or worse, it could actually be hurting you, and you don't know. In conclusion, actually, I think I already concluded. Oh, well, that's great. I already wrapped up. I guess at this point, you guys are probably ready to see the dogs, right? Well, that's just fine because I'm tired of talking and my camera's overheating. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so very much. I really, really appreciate you sticking through me on my crazed rants. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. What's up? It's my boys in here hanging out with me. This sister is being a lazy little girl. She was sleeping in our room, so I just let her stay in there. What's up? Hold on, let me make a camera focus on your handsome face. Oh, my boy. You tired? What are you even tired from? What have you been doing all day? You tired from being a dog? Is that what you're tired from? Alright, guys. We gotta start, I feel like we need to start doing a little bit more entertainment for the people. Please don't sniff mommy's boobs, Onyx. You guys wanna go outside? Outside? Come on. Alright, we gotta get your sister. We gotta go potty. Say bye. Hey, Onyx. Say bye. Hey, Onyx. Say bye-byes. Alright, go. Go on.